Okay, what's up guys? Today's video, so I'm checking out Reddit here, and this is about a Reddit post by scared underscore pitch underscore 6447. So this was like 4 months ago. So yeah, so I just watched the raid 2. So sorry about my John Wick hairstyle. The raid 2, and then while watching that I am like multitasking, also checking for Reddit posts. So because I'm getting fat and I'm trying to like justify because taekwondo is expensive. I got back last year and spent a lot of money, registration, monthly membership, gear. I bought a really big punching bag, 5 feet, more than 5 feet, not sure, and two kicking pads branded, a new dobok set with a new yellow belt. I'm only yellow belt in taekwondo, but in karate I'm brown, so I'm almost black. So I'm just waiting for our new dojo to be constructed. We had to stop during the pandemic, and yeah, also I was working back then, so it took me a long time. And we don't have our own place, so uh, it is what it is. So if your school, the martial arts school, is not stable, so you could not get your black belt. So that's also, but I'm thankful there because they taught me for free. Compared to taekwondo, it's expensive. That's why I brought me here to this post. He says taekwondo sucks. I was forced to waste so many years learning it. I'm 16 now, and every once a week I attend a TKD class, and I've been doing so since I was about 10. In spite of doing this for 6 years, I still feel useless, and I know for a fact I get folded in a real fight. I tell myself each year, well, I'm weak now, but once I get my black belt, I'll be strong. And I am here now. I own a black belt, and I feel weaker than ever. People love to rub it in my face how I should be so much better considering I have a black belt and it eats me up from the inside. I wish I could switch to another style, one more practical, or one where I can use my size to my advantage. I'm kind of a big guy, but my mom insists I continue since, as she puts it, it'd be such a waste to quit now. Plus, once you're older, you can use your knowledge to become a teacher. I don't know what to do, so I have to re-register to make a new Reddit account to maybe socialize here, comment here, but I don't not logged in. Okay, so well, her mom is right. You know, if I maybe saved up the money back then, I would be an instructor right now in Taekwondo. So I would have been, it could have. There's not 100% guaranteed, but there's a possibility I would be earning while teaching Taekwondo, while getting some exercise, getting out there, getting socialization, integrating with society, and yeah, just meeting people and not being alone most of the time. And socializing is important, as human beings. As much as I want to be an introvert, I admit that. So his mom is right. You can use that knowledge to become a teacher someday. You could. There's a huge possibility. As long as you do the right things, you could be an instructor. You can get paid to do what you love. Just like me, I'm paid to play video games. I paid to do paid doing what I love. I played doing vlogs. I'm paid doing martial arts videos or talking about it or whatever topic I want to make. Okay, so yeah, so you're already a black belt. So also he's just 16. But depends on what kind of sport you're training. If you're black belt, with regards to the skill, like taekwondo level, if it's I think this is a sports taekwondo. He's in. Uh, there's most likely this is sport as that sport taekwondo, but of course, uh, well, for me, example, I also trained uh, traditional karate. I didn't train it for the sake. I don't train taekwondo and karate for the sake of being ready to kick 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 people's ass just to prove that I'm strong in a real fight. Uh, because because it's not worth it. You don't need to unless you're in a brink of death. So uh, well, basically, when I started martial arts, taekwondo, karate and taekwondo when I was young. I think I trained karate first, yeah, then taekwondo in high school, varsity, in college, because it's accessible. It's in the school curriculum or whatever, or sports scholarship. So I trained martial arts, taekwondo, karate, and I was also trained a little bit in some other forms of arts with the people I know around me. So I trained, uh, let's say I trained taekwondo or karate, not or other martial arts, not because I want to prove myself or to hopefully defend myself or yeah. But for him, I think he wants to show that he's strong in a real fight. I didn't study martial arts because for that reason primarily. I studied it for because I just love martial arts. I just love kicking. Uh, yeah, I love kicking. So and I love martial arts movies. Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Bruce Lee, and everyone else. The latest action stars, Scott Adkins. Also back then like Van Damme, kickboxer. So and I was a pretty active kid. Had so much energy. I ran around, even though I sprained my ankle or injured myself or wounded myself. I got a lot of scars. I was very active. So, and I was like a skinny kid. I was a skinny kid back then, but I was very active in my teens and when I was a kid compared to now. Uh, well, that's being adult. That's why I'm applying to also had a operation, so still recovering. I went back to taekwondo to become fit again. So that's my reason right now to go back to taekwondo. Taekwondo is to be fit again and to improve my skills. I didn't learn taekwondo or karate just to prove myself. So that's the biggest downfall because let's say no matter how good you are, there will always be someone better than you. And martial arts, well, if you traditional sense, was it made to prove yourself worthy for a real fight? And again, for traditional karate, the Okinawan karate, the philosophy or the goal or the mantra or the I can't find the words to say. I'm not a native English speaker, but the philosophy there is to not start a fight, learn Okinawan karate that I practiced with that practice, you learn to be a deadly weapon or but you to never have to use it because you're gonna get a lot of, no, I'm not saying you're gonna be strong and deadly as the old masters, the bad black belts, red belts, but you don't need to prove yourself. But for me, to be that indestructible level, but for me, at least for my level, I'm just a normal karateka. I'm not the strongest or the greatest or the fastest or the most skilled. But for me, in my understanding, you're gonna gain confidence in yourself. That you don't really need to engage in anymore because you're gonna know the outcome. So at first I was going to say because you're gonna win, so my ego is getting out. But and then after that, I just realized right now, because you're gonna know the outcome, that if it can be avoided, avoid it. But if just pure ego, so you know the outcome is not great. If you just need to uh, be egotistic about it, because you know you're gonna win. So no, 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 no. So I think right now I just realized, is it for the common good? What good are we gonna uh, come up with that? Just to show your skills? Is it really necessary? I mean, is it really necessary, or can the fight be avoided just by bowing out, by just stepping away, just being humble, and just being understanding. A lot of fights when I was young, a lot of fights just ended and never started just because I just became humble, because I apologized, because I hurt their feelings, so I apologize for that. I don't know how hard is that for everyone. So a lot of fights I avoided I should because I realized it's not worth it. So back then, you didn't have any belts, or did I? No. Uh, High school couldn't afford promotion, so no belts. So so those happened like a lot of those happened in high school. Can be avoided. You just be a little bit humble. Just avoid situations. If you just get out of there, be humble. So don't put yourself in situations where you're drunk in a bar with full of drunkards. It says here, I will be folded in a real fight. Why would you want to be in a real fight? So, of course, also martial arts, karate, taekwondo is not just like, especially when you're young, you're just a kid. So, of course, you're gonna fight adults. Adults are stronger 2 or 3 times. They're more experienced, more skilled, of course. So it takes years to study martial arts. So, but there's expectations. If you're a black belt, you're gonna be unstoppable. So that's the caveat. You need to prove that you're worthy of that belt because you're black. So people, bystanders, are gonna assume, or even practitioners that aren't deep in the philosophy of martial arts, are gonna assume that you're already a master and that you should display your technique. Th- that you're really very skilled, so that you're unbeatable. So also, a black belt is just the start of the journey. So that's it. So it takes years to develop your ki, your chi, your inner strength, your skills, and your and to control your ego. So and your analytical skills, your intelligence, your self awareness, your awareness of other people, of your environment. So it takes years. So just because you got your black belt doesn't mean that you're already good in a real fight. It still depends on the practitioners. Because, for example, so I went back to Taekwondo. So just a couple weeks ago, I visited our gym, and then there's this kid that I'm partnered with, and he's the biggest. So he's a good kid, but kids are naive, so they ask a lot of questions. Maybe some questions are kind of offensive, but as an adult, you should understand that they're kids, and well, but I'm immature sometimes. Sometimes it bothers me, but it bothers me when I go get home or the next day. Uh, but maybe it's just me. I'm an introvert, too sensitive. So sometimes it bothers me because he asks that, "What belt are you?" He keeps asking what belt. He already knows what belt I am in Taekwondo. I already explained to him that I did varsity before and that you don't need belts in tournaments. Belt doesn't matter. Because it depends on the practitioner. But he just turns away, so he doesn't listen. He asks, but he doesn't listen. So yeah, so belts don't matter in real fight. So just because you're a black belt doesn't you just mastered the basics. So basically, that's what a black belt is. Now there are dance. So dance take years as well to pass the strength, the conditioning, test exams, technique exams, precision, forms mastery. Takes years. So not all black belts are equal, and not all lower belts are equal, not and people with no belts are not equal in terms of the skill, power. So I'm naturally stronger now because I'm adult. So, but I'm a lot slower. I can't do all those flying spinning kicks I did back then, like 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. But maybe I could, if I really worked hard, I could be like Scott Adkins level. Maybe just 5% of Scott Adkins level, but not like this slow buffoon right now in front of you. People rub it into my face. Now I'm on a black belt. I feel weaker now, so I think he just feels he lacks the confidence. So I think that's understandable, but you know, yeah, at least he's not egotistic about it. His ego is not all over the place because he just got a black belt. But people rub it into my face. I should be so much better. Well, maybe you can explain that. Black belt. Maybe if you're a black belt in Taekwondo, try to explain. I'm just better than the rest of the class who are lower belts, who have lesser experience. Explain that there are different kinds of black belts. Not black belts are equal. They're dance. So I just got a black belt. It just means that I'm a master. I've mastered the basics. So that's what basically means. If you're like a first dan black belt, so you try to explain to them. I just mastered the basics, and maybe you were trained to be a street fighter because you played. Probably this is like a sports taekwondo. I've been there in sports taekwondo. I've been criticized, criticized that taekwondo sucks and it's not practical. It's weak. It has a lot of disadvantages because most of it stems from being sports, aimed in sports, so not a traditional taekwondo, I guess. So I learned karate traditional, so I'm still being uh, well. The only one maybe is I was saying my karate still sucks, because it's maybe just my brother because he says MMA. He has a point. But I didn't train. I train karate because that's my passion, and in taekwondo, it's my passion. It doesn't matter if it's not more effective than MMA. Well, anyway, we had a session. I did a karate lock on him. So karate has everything, but almost everything. But everything is not taught to you in just a few months, few years. Karate is whole life of learning, but I didn't learn karate just to prove myself that I could win a fight. So I did the lock on him, couldn't escape it. I'm just a karate practitioner. I'm not MMA. But I'm sure if he did his aikido and other techniques, of course I would lose to him in experience and in skill and in size. So, but anyway, that's not. I'm not here to prove to everyone that I have the best style. My karate taekwondo combination is the best martial arts. I'm not here to do that. Compared to these people, they might have good intentions. They just want you to learn, to teach you what they learn. No. Um, so probably that might be the same that applies here. That they should be better. Maybe you can take it as a encouragement. You can use that to fuel your motivation to be better. So you got your black belt. So you already got a strong base. 6 years. You're fit. You're agile. Your stretching is above average. What else? So your cardio. You're fit. You got a really good body. Flexibility, coordination. When you become adult, 16. So when you become an adult, you will feel a lot stronger. Over time, I could feel my key, my key in karate. Over time practice over the years, I can feel my key getting stronger. So uh, you will feel it uh, the longer you train. So also your body needs to grow as well. Your mind and your body. So and your technique. So maybe you could use that as a stepping stone. So you already mastered Taekwondo, whether it be sports or not. Probably now is the time to expand your horizons or develop it further or train yourself. And yeah, expand your horizons. It depends what are you after. You want to protect yourself in street fights, so real fights. So you gotta train in real fight. You already have the base. The base, your body already has a strong base. You don't just become a complete fighter in Taekwondo. So unless you're like training to be a professional bodyguard or security or police, so you can learn how to fight. So in a lot shorter time span, because that's what you're only aiming at, probably. But it will still depend on the person. There's also natural key and key developed over the years, and there's also natural talent. Okay, their natural abilities. Some people are just like stronger, faster, better, and tougher. So yeah, people will rub it into your face. It's me up inside. So probably he's a very sensitive guy. I wish you could switch over to another style. Okay, you don't need to switch over to another style. I I do both styles. I do karate and taekwondo. So time management. So even though I was on my later part of my life, mostly a karate practitioner. But if I have spare time, I will do some taekwondo kicks. So now I'm in the phase where our school is still being constructed. We don't have instructors. We don't have a place. Maybe now's the time to give some time to improve my taekwondo techniques. So, but I'm still in the fence if I want to learn. Because the problem is the forms. If I want to get promoted in taekwondo, I need to learn the forms, and I'm not sure if I can. If it's up to my preferences to learn more forms from a different style. So that's another matter. So So what you'll do is you can learn other martial arts if you have time management, and just get the techniques that you like. Okay, so I do karate. I'm mostly I'm primarily these days I'm primarily a karate practitioner. At least I can block. Compared to back then, I couldn't block. But in karate, there's a huge emphasis on block. But in Taekwondo sports, hands down, no hands. You get hit or you avoid. Crap. No one's blocking in Taekwondo sports. So yeah, at least in karate, I learned how to block. So I just have my own style. I just mix the both. Both karate and Taekwondo. So my instructors, some of them have disdain with the Taekwondo style, but use your advantage, your talents, what you have, use your base. So I use my base to excel. So at least in my dojo in karate, they know that I'm a better kicker than most others. So or not really. Let's not go that way. Okay. So let's not try to feed our ego so much. So at least they know that that's my strength. So in the later years, so my karate instructors accepted me, so I earned the respect in years. So in the past couple years, what they say is that, oh, we know that you are good at kicking because you have a taekwondo background. You have strong kicks. You're flexible. So let's work on that. Let's develop your kicks, karate kicks. Okay. So that's what you're gonna do. If you have an instructor or not, you can incorporate other styles and try to combine them. See what fits your style, what to your liking. You don't necessarily have to switch, but you can cross train. Just find a place where you can cross train, where cross training is not taboo compared to in my karate. So I had to unlearn my taekwondo. So you just have to respect. If you're there, respect the dojo, respect the art, and do your arts or technique only. Yeah, don't do what you're not instructed to do. So that's basically it. And so I went back to taekwondo. They seem to be wary of me. They don't prob. So that's a problem. If you switch if you switch gyms, dojos, you're gonna start over again. You have to earn. Not only that you have to start over again, you have to earn everyone's respect. So when I'm there, I don't do my karate techniques. So I just do what I'm told, and just there do taekwondo. Unless you want to be in a MMA or gym. So you don't have to quit. You can just stop. Take a break. Then learn some other stuff. At least it's still martial arts. It's still what you love. It's a big guy. Probably some wrestling, I guess. Or karate would be great. So that's what I feel right now. I feel like I'm sort of kind of in the Kyokushin style because for me, the way I see it, Kyokushin is a mixture of karate and taekwondo. So you develop your own style. So I develop my own style, and it's similar. Not similar. I just want to lean on looking and feeling like a Kyokushin practitioner, But if I'm in a real fight, what techniques will come out? It depends on the situation. So if it requires blocking, punching, karate. So kicking, kicking depends on the kind of situation. Taekwondo or karate kick, stuff like that. Footwork depends on situation. If I want strong balance, strong base, karate stance all day. If I need to be agile, more speed, more distance to move to, Taekwondo footwork. Because our traditional style of karate is for close quarters. So yeah, maybe I'll register later. Yeah, you don't have to stop. You can take a break, or maybe it's time. Just take a break, even if it takes a couple of years. Then try to learn something new. It's still gonna be beneficial to you. So I stopped Taekwondo because I literally can't afford it. 10 years ago, because I was still studying. I'm just done in college. I was broke. Then I found our karate school. So now I can afford our karate school is free. So now I can afford Taekwondo. So and we don't have a karate school right now. So maybe it's time for me to go back to Taekwondo again. There's no other martial arts that I would like to learn. I don't want to learn MMA, Aikido, or other arts. Probably I would want to learn Kyokushin, but I think maybe just trust the timing. The timing, the situation. There's a Taekwondo gym here, 15 minutes away in my new house. So maybe that's a sign. And my instructor here just lives a few blocks away. My master in Taekwondo, my new master. So it's a sign, probably. Probably it's a sign that I should get my ass off there, and at least maybe just once a week. That's already huge gain on my skills and my health and losing weight. So and mental health as well, my self discipline, getting socialization again. So yeah, but my problem is just uh, the financial aspect, because the quality is too goddamn expensive. That's why I have this second channel. So I'm quite excited for this second channel actually. With this second channel, this will be like my Taekwondo money channel. So pretty excited. If this channel gets monetized, so the money I earned here, I just can't wait. The money I earn here is what I'm going to spend on my Taekwondo membership every month. So I'm quite excited. So I'm just like 400 watch hours away. So maybe I should go back to Taekwondo. You don't have to quit. You can take a break. Just tell your instructors, master, instructor, I need to take a break. I need to find myself. I'll come back when it's the right time. Just it. That's just it. Oh yeah, with the kids. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Belts doesn't matter. When I was a kid, so that's what I trying to tell the kid, but they won't listen. So I'm just gonna tell it here. So share my story. So when I was in high school, I had no belt. I can't even afford a white belt. Yet I competed in tournaments, and I fought against black belts. In college, I would fight against black belts. Uh, and they would take a tumble. Even though I don't have technique, I punch them. Punch one. I remember one fight. So yeah, even though I lost that black belt, I fought against black belts. Yeah, it's not about the belts, so all the time. But there are just some people. There are some black belts who are just really, really damn good. So they'll kick your ass. But same as in the tournaments, I fought against black belts. So even though I was a no belt back then in high school, so it's same in real life. It doesn't. The belt doesn't matter. I remember in college, fought with one of these black belts. Um, he took a tumble for some reason, and and my instructor referee like like what the crap, he like stopped the fight, was having the advantage, but you can't hit a man down, I don't know what gives with his black belts falling down, tumbling down. Maybe it was a white or the yellow belt there. It was college, so well, I won. I remember I won one gold, so I was pretty happy about that. And then I stopped because I was overage, but at least before I retired, I got a gold medal. But then I stopped competing. There was no point. I was no longer good for varsity. But maybe if like I saved all of my money instead of like video games, I would have been an instructor. I would have been an instructor by now. But then again, if I didn't wasted all of that money in video games, I wouldn't have been able to earn money and retire early by playing video games all day. So now maybe I can use the money from I earned from video games to play to train Taekwondo again. Because it's expensive. So I'm still not sure, but huh. Oh yeah, so I think it's better if I just went back to Taekwondo and stopped spending money on soft drinks and too much food because I'm stressed. Maybe lose some weight and reintegrate to society again. So but nowadays, yeah, I know I can be good or decent in a real fight. You know, I can feel my ki getting stronger. And maybe it comes with the age. So and also with technique. So I tried breaking a block. I did break my first block. So so I was pretty happy about that. I showed my instructors, and uh, at least they didn't scold me or anything. I was just happy to show it to them. Yeah, in the real fight. So yes, that's what I'm afraid of, because in the real fight I could really handle myself, or I could really cause some serious unnecessary damage in a real fight. So I'm not trying to be egotistic here. So I'm trying to control my ego in a real fight because I know what's going to happen. I have the advantage for most part. Not everyone is trained in the martial arts in a real fight. I have never met anyone in all my street fighting days that has martial arts knowledge when I was young. So in a real fight, sometimes I would get some arguments with some bitter people, but you have to control yourself because you have the advantage. You of course you can, if it's a normal situation, you will have the advantage because you're a martial artist. I'm not trying to be egotistic here, but let's say you're in a position that you have the advantage. Is it worth it to prove that you're great at a real fight? Is it worth it? Is it worth paying their bills. Is it worth their hospital bills? Is it worth it after the real fight? You prove yourself that you're good at a real fight, just to get some attention, validation, and to get noticed, or just to get revenge on that person because he said something crappy to you. So that's what I'm trying to tell myself all the time in bad situation. I really have to disengage because sometimes I'm running out of patience and I'm so always stressed. I have to disengage. I have to leave. I have to walk it. I have to take a walk it out. Uh, but then again, are you sure? You might have the advantage now, but what if they have backup? Back then, after when I was in high school or in college, after I beat those bullies up, some of them will come back with backup. So then I have to call my backup. So it's kind of annoying, It's kind of unnecessary, a lot of waste of time, resources, and stress when it could just be avoided. That you don't need to prove yourself in a real fight and you just walk away, you know. Learn to walk away, learn to pick your battles.